Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks, buckle up because what we're about to discuss is nothing short of a game changer. The NFL landscape, especially in the NFC South, has been buzzing over the past few weeks, and the latest news about Kirk Cousins has sent shockwaves through the league. Yes, you heard that right. Kirk Cousins, the veteran quarterback who's been a staple in the NFL for years, has finally broken his silence about his future, and it's everything fans of the Atlanta Falcons have been waiting for. This isn't just another rumor or a fleeting whisper. This is a significant development that could reshape the entire division, and who knows, perhaps even set the Falcons up for a serious Super Bowl push in the coming years. To understand the gravity of this situation, we need to take a step back and look at the background. Kirk Cousins, as many of you know, isn't just any quarterback. He's a highly respected leader on and off the field. His journey in the NFL has been marked by perseverance, skill, and a relentless desire to improve. Starting with the Washington football team, now rebranded as the Commanders, Cousins quickly established himself as a solid starter. His ability to read defenses, deliver precise passes, and maintain composure under pressure made him a valuable commodity in the league. Later, moving on to the Minnesota Vikings, he became the face of the franchise and led them to multiple playoff appearances, even though postseason success still eludes him. But what makes Cousins' recent statements so intriguing? Up until now, he's been relatively tight-lipped about his future. There have been rumors, reports, and whispers across NFL circles that he was seeking a change, perhaps a fresh start, or maybe even a new team that could offer him a better shot at playoff success or a Super Bowl. The speculation intensified when the Falcons, a team with a passionate fanbase and a roster loaded with talent, reportedly showed interest in acquiring him. The idea of Kirk Cousins donning the red and black, leading this high-powered offense, well, it's a tantalizing prospect for fans who dream of playoff runs and Super Bowl appearances. And now, after much speculation, Cousins has finally spoken, or at least made a statement that gives us a glimpse into his mindset. In an exclusive interview, he said, "I'm committed to giving my best wherever I am playing. The Falcons are a great organization, and I look forward to working with them if the opportunity arises." Those words, simple yet powerful, have ignited a fire among Falcons fans. It's the kind of statement that fuels hope, especially as we approach the critical stages of the offseason, where front offices are busy making moves, negotiating trades, and shaping their rosters for the upcoming season. But let's analyze what this could mean for the Falcons. First, the team has been in a bit of a transition phase. After a few rebuilding years, Atlanta has been slowly assembling a roster that can contend. The addition of a seasoned quarterback like Cousins could be the missing piece to push them over the edge. Think about it, an offense led by Cousins, supported by talented receivers like Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and bolstered by a solid offensive line. The Falcons' defense has been improving too, and if they can complement a veteran QB with a strong defensive unit, playoff success is not just a dream anymore. Moreover, Cousins' experience and leadership could be exactly what Atlanta needs to develop a more consistent and aggressive offensive identity. His ability to read defenses and make quick decisions would elevate the team's overall performance. And let's not forget, he's a player who's used to the spotlight, someone who can handle pressure and turn it into positive plays, traits that are invaluable in high-stakes games. For Falcons fans, the idea of seeing Cousins under center, orchestrating drives with poise, and leading the team into the postseason is an exciting vision for the future. Now, of course, the negotiations are still ongoing behind the scenes. The Falcons are known for being strategic, patient, and shrewd in their moves. If they decide to pull the trigger on a trade, it will likely involve draft picks and perhaps some players to make the numbers work. The NFL trade deadline and the draft are critical points where such moves often materialize, and the buzz is that both sides are closely monitoring each other's intentions. The NFL is a league of adjustments, and with Cousins potentially in the fold, the Falcons could shift from a team with playoff potential to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. But what about Cousins' fit within the Falcons' offensive scheme? He's known for his pocket passing, accuracy, and ability to operate in a balanced attack. Atlanta has been working on diversifying its offense, and with a quarterback like Cousins, they could incorporate more sophisticated passing concepts, play-action passes, and quick-strike options that suit his skill set. His familiarity with complex offensive schemes from his time with the Vikings is an added bonus, meaning he could adapt quickly to the Falcons' system, helping the offense gel in a relatively short period. Let's talk a little about the broader NFC South picture, because this potential move could shake up the division significantly. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with Tom Brady's departure, are in a transitional phase. The New Orleans Saints are trying to find stability after a roller coaster of a season. The Carolina Panthers are rebuilding with new coaching staff and a young roster. In this context, adding a veteran like Cousins to the Falcons could give Atlanta a clear edge in quarterback stability and offensive production. It could also serve as a signal to the rest of the division that the Falcons are serious about competing at the highest level. Looking at the team's recent history, Atlanta has been a franchise hungry for sustained success. Their last few seasons have been marked by flashes of brilliance, but also inconsistency. The 2022 season, in particular, showcased some of the team's offensive firepower, but they lacked that steady veteran presence at quarterback to truly push them over the top. With the right pieces around him, Cousins could be that leader who elevates the team, commands respect in the locker room, and helps develop young talent. And let's not forget, the Falcons' front office has shown a willingness to make bold moves when the opportunity is right. They've been strategic in building a roster that combines youth with veteran experience. The coaching staff, led by Arthur Smith, has been praised for their offensive schemes and player development. Bringing in Cousins would be a natural extension of their philosophy, adding a quarterback who can execute their game plan with precision and leadership. From a statistical standpoint, Cousins has been remarkably consistent over the years. He's thrown for over 4.0 yards in multiple seasons and has maintained a solid touchdown-to-interception ratio. His passer rating has often been among the league's best, and he knows how to perform under pressure, something that Atlanta needs in crunch time. Plus, his leadership qualities are well documented. Teammates respect him, and he's known for his work ethic and preparation. Now, for the Falcons, the offseason is always a time of hope and anticipation. Fans are eager to see what moves will be made, what players will be brought in, and how the team will evolve. The idea of acquiring Kirk Cousins is not just about filling a position, it's about setting a tone for the future, signaling that Atlanta is serious about contending again. Whether it's through a trade, free agency, or drafting a young quarterback to learn from Cousins, the direction is clear. The Falcons want to be in the conversation when it comes to playoff and Super Bowl aspirations. As the NFL offseason unfolds, more details will surely emerge. The negotiations, the rumors, the strategic moves, everything points to a fascinating time for Atlanta fans. And if this move materializes, it could be one of the most impactful decisions in recent franchise history. The fans, the players, and the entire organization are watching closely, hoping that this is the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where the Falcons finally reach the heights they've been dreaming of for years. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So where does all this leave us? Well, it's a story still unfolding, but one thing is for sure. Kirk Cousins' future is now a hot topic, and the possibility of him wearing Falcons colors is more real than ever. Fans are buzzing, analysts are debating, and the NFL world is watching with keen interest. The potential impact on the Falcons roster, their chances in the NFC, and their overall trajectory in the league could be profound. Imagine a Falcons team led by Cousins, with his experience guiding the offense, mentoring young players, and helping craft a competitive, resilient squad that could finally break through to the big stage once again. And you know what? This is exactly what the Falcons need. stability, leadership, and a quarterback who's proven he can deliver under pressure. Of course, it's not just about one player. It's about the collective effort of the entire organization, coaching staff, and front office to put the right pieces together. But having Cousins in the mix could be the catalyst that transforms Atlanta from a team with potential into a true contender. The whole city is buzzing, and the excitement is contagious. Fans are already dreaming of playoff games, of the Falcons making a deep run, and of Kirk Cousins leading that charge with his trademark poise and precision. In fact, if the move does happen, it could set off a domino effect across the division. The NFC South has been somewhat unstable lately, with Tampa Bay trying to rebuild after Brady's departure, New Orleans trying to find their footing, and Carolina still in the early stages of their rebuild. Atlanta, with Cousins, could become the team to beat, especially if their defense continues to improve and their young talent develops faster. It's a scenario that Falcons fans have fantasized about for years, finally having a quarterback who can elevate the team during critical moments, who can take control of games with calm and confidence, and who can inspire the entire roster to play at their best. Of course, as with any big move in the NFL, there are questions. Will the Falcons be willing to trade draft capital? How quickly can Cousins adapt to their system? Will he be the right fit culturally and personally? These are all important considerations, but the signs point toward a real possibility that this move could happen. The offseason is a time of strategic planning and bold decisions, and the front office knows that making the right choice now could define the franchise's future for years to come. Looking ahead, Atlanta fans can be optimistic but also patient. The NFL offseason is a roller coaster, full of surprises and strategic maneuvers. The Cousins to Atlanta story is one that's gaining momentum, and it's one that could reshape the NFC South in ways we've never seen before. Remember, a quarterback of Kirk Cousins' caliber doesn't come around every day, and if he joins the Falcons, it will be a milestone, one that fans will remember for a long, long time. The team's future is bright, and this potential acquisition could be the spark that ignites a new era of success. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. Do you believe Cousins will be wearing the Falcons jersey soon? How do you see this impacting the team's chances in 2024 and beyond? Are you excited about the potential of this move? Let's get the conversation going. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and all the latest on your Atlanta Falcons. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and keep that Falcons spirit alive. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.